gonna cut that first part out. Yo, what is up, everyone, and welcome back to another YouTube video with your host Kenkukun. And today we got another Destiny 2 video, and the main topic is going to be Stasis Trials. Did it slow down Trials? But first, let's go ahead and talk about the quick update Bungie threw out on the 17th. Nothing really worth mentioning, but I'll just cover the points that I know about. One of them being that it was the Vesper of Radius, or the Vesper chest piece for the Warlock was patched. I believe they patched the glitch where you can go through the door in this new raid. Whatever it's called, the Space Battle Raid. I don't remember. I already forget what it's called. Where you can phase through one of the doors with an ice crystal and go kill a boss and cheese it that way. I think that was patched. And then miscellaneous bug fixes here. Oh, and the emote. The emote. So if you get frozen and swap emotes while you're frozen, could possibly crash your game. That was fixed as well, so they say. So that was done on the 17th. I'm way late on that, but those are the three main points. I also want to talk about real quick that my buddy said that they did confirm, and I was looking for it on their TWAB. I don't know if they confirmed it or if he forgot about the conversation and brought it back up, that they were going to redo the old subclasses and get rid of supers. Now, I don't think they're going to get rid of any of the three main supers. What I think they're going to do is condense supers like top tree and bottom tree tether. They're going to just take, let's say they take out two abilities here, doesn't matter which two, and now they have four abilities for one tether tree, and they still have spectral. I don't think they're removing spectral or tether. When it comes to Golden Gun, I don't think Golden Gun or Fire Knives are disappearing. Chaos Reach or Stormcaller, any of that. I think the only thing that's going to, you're going to see less of is like, you're going to see less abilities, and that's where people are saying, oh, they're going to get rid of supers. No, they're going to condense supers, right? They're getting rid of skill trees, because if you take a look at Stasis, there's no skill trees, but there are options to use certain grenades, which everyone has the same grenades, your regular ability. I assume there's going to be new things coming in the mix. You could just drop down any of this, or it would be something similar to this where there is no drop down box. But I do think you're going to be able to change this. He did say more dark supers are going to come out, and I think you're going to be able to choose like Well of Radiance and Dawnblade. I don't think those two are going anywhere, which makes me think that you're going to be able to swap out the main super ability too, which I would be not surprised, and it kind of makes sense. So anyway, let's go ahead and dive into the topic. And the topic being, oh, you need this. The topic being, did Stasis slow down Trials? And the answer is, well, the answer is relevant to every player. They may feel like it did, but I think no, Trials did not slow down anymore because of Stasis at all. In fact, I seen it faster than it's been for like the past 3 months. Now, towards the end of last season, because it was dragged out so long, they made that season 2 seasons, maybe even 3. I think it was extended. Yeah, I think it was extended twice. It was extended until, Beyond Light came out, which was beyond its normal time. So towards the end of that season, you've seen a lot of people 3-peaking and sword peaking because, well, the player base dwindled down to the tryhards, people like me helping other people, and people that are just, they really like Trials and they want to go to the Lighthouse, and they'll go there no matter what they have to do. Arbalists and 3-peaking, they're there, right? Supers and sword peaking, they're there, sitting on bodies, camping, passive, slow, whatever you want to call it, they were there. So games definitely could feel a lot slower depending on the situation. I think this last weekend, the player base was relatively high. The auto rifle adept weapon is out, which, in my opinion, isn't that different from the main one and kind of feels like a waste of time. But hey, what do I know? I just play the game 6 out of 7 days of the week. So, with that said, I don't think Trials slowed down. I think it sped up a little bit because of the player base and the people that I ran into. I did have some slow teams that I played against. I did have some teams that 3-peaked towards, I want to say it was like Monday, I think I played. Or the last day I played was like Monday. And there was, towards the end of the night, there was like 3 teams. Sword peaking and 3-peaking. Like almost it was in the same card too. I was very surprised. So they wanted to sit there and slow down the game. Everything else was not slow. which comes to another point. Someone had said that when they jumped into PvP, now that's probably survival and that's probably trials. They probably dabbled in some trials. When they jumped into PvP, it was all about abilities, and when there was a fight that went down, it was just abilities. Like, oh, it's just abilities. Well, what made it just abilities? Right? And if you've watched enough of my content, usually when, let's say you're getting killed, by, we'll bring it into Beyond Light. We'll bring it very relevant. You're getting killed by the ice wall from a hunter and shatter dive, or an ice wall and a titan sliding through it. Let's say one of those two are killing you, probably hunters more than the titans. Well, are you standing in a position where they can cut a corner, throw a grenade, and drop it on you? Can they get to you and get close enough to shatter dive to you? Because there is a range limit to that. It's not like the Thunder Crash. They can't just fly across the map and break whatever they want. That's frozen. Doesn't work like that. But are you putting yourself in a position where, we'll take a small example right here. I can do a small visual right here. Let's say, here I am. Let's say, no matter what, they want to push me, and they're around that corner. They want to push me and shatter dive me because they're trying to make a montage YouTube clip, or that's just how they like to play, or they think it's funny, or it's challenge, whatever. That's how they're going to do it. And I'm way back here. Do you think they have enough time to get all the way back here for me to hopefully land all my shots to kill them? Probably not. But what if you're over here like this? What if this is you, and every time you get engaged, it's an ice grenade, shatter dive, and they're coming around the same corner, but it's because you're sitting next to the corner they're coming from, right? So you could just be having bad positioning, so you're positioning yourself badly. Now, here we go. I said it in a video not too long ago, and or on my stream, and I'll say it again. Some people like to run out and gun out. People usually don't think about Destiny in a strategical manner. I was going to say an intellectual manner. I'm not trying to say anyone's dumb. But I don't think a lot of people want to put strategy into the game. They don't see the game as, you can strategize. But if you watch me, what do I do that's different than other people? I try to make plays and strategies for every team to pull off. Not just one team, not just me, not just people on hunters hopping around, just being god awfully annoying to kill. I try to come up with plans and setups that work to an extent for everyone, that everyone can probably pull off some portion of the setup, right? You're an older person, you react a little bit slower, we give you a role that you can perform, right? You're a younger person, you got a lot of reaction time, but your skill just isn't there yet. Well, we make you slow down and think and be patient, and then over time you turn into one of my friends. Like I like to bring up Highlighter because he still plays the game. I remember when Highlighter started off. Was he bad when he started off? No, I think he was good, but he has definitely grown as a player, and I've watched it. I've watched him grow over the years, and now he goes off with his friends, wins tournaments. It's as simple as that. I've seen other people. There was another young guy that I played with, and he didn't have the skill yet. He literally started off trials with me and my friend Kitty, and he played well, but he didn't play with a team mindset sometimes. And that grew and developed over time, where he played more with the team mindset. And then he just started doubling, double helping people, double carrying people back in D1. So he developed that skill over time. And then there are people like me. We kind of got some skill, but it's not all there yet. It's not as good as everyone else. So where does my skill excel the most? Well, awareness, right? So my awareness allows me to help my team develop plans and strategies to try and outsmart and outplay those people that are just downright better with their reaction time, better at slide sniping, quick scoping, drag scoping, you name it. Anything that people would just constitute as skill and nothing else is skillful, like playing patient and killing them when they're impatient, right? uh, those are, you know, that's what I'm trying to achieve. So when you say Stasis has slowed down trials, or people were worried about Stasis slowing down trials, I would absolutely say 100% Stasis did not slow down trials at all. 0%. I think the game hasn't changed. People's play styles really haven't changed. They're just as aggressive or passive as before. I really think if you watch my content, you know I self-evaluate before I ever blame the enemy team. Oh, they're all using Arbalest, that's why they won. They probably did win because they're all using Arbalest. But at the same time, did you do everything you could possibly do to beat the Arbalest, or did you say it's Arbalest, there's nothing I could do, or I don't know what to do? Because there are people that kind of know what to do. Someone asked me, and it was very funny, and this is a 100% serious answer. Ken, how do you challenge the Arbalest? How do you win? Well, you flip a coin and you hope you get lucky, because sometimes that's all it is with the Arbalest. There's no secret. I don't just go out there and beat every Arbalest I see. I got to get lucky. Sometimes I find myself in a position where it's just me and the Arbalest, and I got to hope he doesn't hit a headshot, and I got to hit him and kill him. Sometimes you can be in a position where you try to bait their bullets. Boom. Oh, he's out of a shot. Oh, he's out of a second shot, right? Now he has no Arbalest to play with. There is no Revoker, so there's no infinite ammo either. So people have finite amount of ammo. So if you come across an Arbalest, are you saying to yourself and your team, hey, there's an Arbalest on the enemy team, be careful? And are you counting the shots when they're shot, especially round one, when no one should have more than 2 bullets? Are you doing that, or are you just going out there, you're just chatting it up with maybe your stream, which is fine, right? That's, you know, you're focused on your stream, or you're chatting with your buddies, you're just having good, you're just out there to run out and gun out, and you lose, but you try to blame the Arbalest, and it's like, or you just didn't give it your 100, because you didn't. Tournament players don't go out there and you know, chat with their chat or their friends when they're playing the tournament. They give it their 100% undivided attention. That's why you'll watch my stream, or you'll watch some other streams where we're playing, and a lot of people do this. Oh, sorry guys, you know, give me a moment with chat. Let me just focus up on this match. We're getting whooped, or you know, it's close game, and they don't want to make the mistake of getting down by Arbalest or something they're not paying attention to, right? That's when we know. That's when you usually know someone's trying their hardest to do everything in their capability to win that match. So when people were like, oh, Stasis slowed down, or it's all about abilities, you might just have bad positioning, and your positioning is allowing the enemies to always challenge you with their abilities, versus it's just everyone just has 20-second grenades and melees. You might want to self-evaluate at that point. And if you, after you and get other opinions, don't just say, no, I think I'm doing it right. Get other opinions. People will come to me, and you know, they've told me in the past, Ken, you know, that's, and there's other ways to do this, other ways to do that. Not everyone can do what you're saying, which is 100% true. So, you know, I have to try and develop another way for them to do this beyond just do the best you can. At the time, it's sometimes it's do the best you can. Do what you can, right? Just right now, just do what you can, and we'll work on something you can do and you can achieve. So, no, Stasis didn't slow down at all. I don't think every engagement is any more ability based than the last time. I still think we have the same amount of abilities being used all over the place. It's just quite possible that you could be improving yourself as a player. You don't want to, you don't feel like you need to, or you you developed an ego somewhere along the line that no one can help you but you. And if it's someone else, you know, you immediately take criticism as, you know, at face value and blow it off, just straight up. You just blow it off. So anyway, now that we've covered those topics and the main topic, Stasis, let me know in the comment section below, guys. Did you feel like Stasis played any slower? And if you watched my stream and you got any games that weren't played with me, did you notice a difference in play speed between your team and my team? And what was it? What would you say? What would you say is the reason why there was a difference? Did your team play faster? Were you guys just that more aggressive? Some players just out there with their buddies and they could just run through any team they want and never look back. Me, that's not me. I can't do that with every team. But there are some maps in some cases where I'm just running around with my gun, killing people. And then there's a lot of games where I'm, more passive. Or was it a slower game? And why was that? Was your team always playing like maybe in the building, maybe farther back, maybe, not together as a team and people were getting picked off really quickly and now you're forced to, oh, well, now that people are getting picked off really quickly, now we have to back up and play back and then you just get ran over anyway, right? Or are you doing a lot of three peeking and because you're three peeking, the enemy team starts three peeking and now everything's slowed down? Maybe you're the cause that the games have slowed down. Maybe you're the reason that you're not having a good time in trials. Now some people just may not like Stasis at all. And that's go that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. You don't like Stasis. I think a lot of people that say they don't like Stasis, I ask them, why do you like Stasis? I just don't like it. I just get frozen. There's nothing I can do. And I think that's the main answer for everyone. They get hit with an ability and the game is taken out of their hands. They can't move for X amount of seconds. And I think that's what people hate the most is that they cannot move and control is taken from their hands. But again, when people say they want Stasis nerfed, it's because they usually can't handle it. I don't want Stasis nerfed. Why? Because I 100% think that Stasis is a good thing for the population of Destiny 2. Good players, I've said it in the past, good players will, and we'll take the radar example because I've said this multiple times. Good players get more value out of the radar than bad players because good players can be in a gunfight and see the radar ping. If they don't see it ping, they can look at the radar and fight the dude or dudes in front of them and then turn on the dude on the flank or make a play afterwards because they have that awareness and that capacity and capability to look at the radar and be in a gunfight. Bad players, right, or below average players, they do not have that awareness. They do not have that because they get caught in the moment. They get, they may not get overwhelmed, but it's just all, all of their focus is for one thing. It's like a computer, you have to have more processors to do more functions at one time. Once your processors hit that max capacity, you try to give it another task, it's going to slow down, be like, huh, and then you're shot in the back, right? That's the human mind. Not everyone's mind can process all that. So I've always said radar needs to go from the game. It just needs to go. And then everyone just gets better at the game. And everyone works on their awareness and their forethought and their planning. And that's what will make players better overall. So where I say good players, have an advantage of that versus bad players, with Stasis, it only takes a little bit of luck. And there's a lot of luck and RNG in PvP in Destiny. The Arbalist can attest to that. It only takes a lucky freeze from a bad player to kill a good player. And that's why the good players are saying, I don't like Stasis, I want it nerfed. Because a bad player can kill them. And what I see, that's a perspective for them because that's what they want. It's going to help them. What I see is a bad player freezes me and kills me, and I'm like, I shouldn't have died there. Not because Stasis froze me, but I probably made a bad play, or they got a little bit unlucky, they got a little bit lucky and I got unlucky, and it just happened to be like that, and I'm fine with that because at the end of the day, the overall picture is more people. I've heard more people that are probably below average players say they like and enjoy Stasis. They're having fun with it in PvP, in 3v3s, because they're performing better because it's easily accessible to everyone. And that's the bigger picture. We want more people. We don't want less people in the game. You need to take your individual personal feelings to the side and say, is this good or is this bad for the game as a whole? Not, oh, I couldn't three-piece this guy, or whoever's got hundreds of people watching them, oh, I got killed by a really bad team and we lost and we reset. Stasis should be nerfed. I shouldn't have to die. It's like, no, man. Shut up. Just shut up. Your opinion's wasted. You're literally wasting everyone's time with that opinion. You need to realize what's good for the ecosystem of the game. And right now, Stasis is very good and is making it very friendly for everyone in the game. Now, you may just, again, downright hate Stasis, but more people have come to me and say, what's up with all those flags? They've come to me and say, I'm having more fun in Stasis or with Beyond Light and Stasis than I've had in a very long time. I've had people come back from the game that haven't played the game at all, and they're just playing the game. I'm playing the game more. I'm playing PvE more. I'm enjoying Stasis a lot. I'm enjoying Sixes a lot. It's chaotic. I go in there, freeze something, kill, get frozen, get killed. It's fun, right? And this is from a guy that doesn't like to lose. This is from one of the most competitive. It's not fun to lose. Like, I still don't like to lose, but I'm in there. I'll go lose in Sixes, right? So, again, think about it. Think about when you're asking for a nerf or you're thinking it's a tough time. Self-evaluate and then ask, is this good for the whole community? And go ask other players. Don't just sit there. Well, this is what I think. I didn't just say I think this is good for all of the, the player base until I asked people. I did say I think Stasis is easily accessible and easily usable by everyone, and that's a good thing. And then when people started telling me and I started asking them what their opinion was, it just confirmed it. It confirmed my hypothesis. Oh, okay. This must be true. Anyway, let me know in the comment section below what you think. Did your game slow down? Compare them to mine. If you watched, if you didn't, let me know your thoughts. Did you play any trials? Let me know about the supers. If anyone has any from Bungie themselves, if anyone has any official data or tweets, you can let me know in the comments below. Like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. Enjoy your night, evening, morning, whatever it may be. And do you want to see you later?